Getting ready for the Ball Hogs. Game 2 against the Killer 3's. And this is perfect time to tee up Brian Scalabrine. Scal, there's the Hall of Famer Rick Barry.
There he is. Now, I'm going to tell you right now, I'm going for the Ball Hogs. You guys know, we're going to be this neutral broadcaster here. Like, that's my team.
The colors, the green and golds,
yeah,
it lives.
Yeah, that's my team. And I want Rick Barry to do well. And I told Will McDonald to get your butt in shape and I ended up making this phone call for my guy. This is Barbosa's jersey. Let me show you guys. Here's one guy that's going to have a great year.
Oh, Killer 3's Josh Powell, one of the returnees with Franklin Session and Dante Green, taking aim at trying to get back to the playoffs here in 2022. Scal, you have something in your hands. You alluded to the jersey. Leandro Barbosa, an assistant with Golden State. He is celebrating an NBA championship. He's not here today, so
yeah.
Can you go back out there and relive the glory?
I can't be the Brazilian blur, I can tell you that. I call up LB, and LB, congratulations. The Ball Hogs are yours. Like, that's a great, you have to admit, that's a great gift.
Oh, no doubt.
And all I get in return is the Warriors beat my Celtics, and now he's not here for week 1.
But you might be able to steal his jersey. How about that?
I got it. No, this is my jersey now. He's not getting this one. And got the Microsoft patch and Krause House. So I got some house. He's not getting this one back. I'm not giving this to him.
Scouts in heaven, back in Chicago where he's beloved here in the Windy City. All right, Leandro Barbosa, you mentioned, the Warriors beat the Celtics, but it was a fun couple of hours, couple of days for Leandro Barbosa. Again, he's with the Golden State Warriors on their staff as a player development coach. And is that a Brazilian blur or what?
There he is. I hope they show him at the end. That's what they need to do. There he is right there. So, obviously, Leandro Barbosa, one of the best players in the Big 3 in the way that they were doing this. And this squad that they built around him is a perfect fit. They needed, first of all, they need Will McDonald to be in great shape. I just saw him, he is. He lost like 30, 40 pounds. They get Iverson. They get guys to rebound and defend, and they got guys in the paint. So I think that now with Meeks and Barbosa, this team can battle. People are sleeping on these guys. They're going to be good this year.
I think Oak's coming for you, Scal. Charles Oakley back as the Killer 3's coach after a 19-year NBA career.
Yeah, Charles Oakley, he beat me to the weight room this morning. So I got nothing bad to say. Anybody that beats me to the weight room is doing something right in life. I got nothing bad to say with Oak. He was almost done with his workout as I was warming up. Unbelievable and unreal human being. I love chatting it up with Oak. Very smart individual, loves the Big 3, and knows how to win as a coach.
You don't make it 19 years in the NBA without being in shape and being a guy the teams count on. You know what that's all about. Both of you guys played here in Chicago, Oakley early in his career. Scal, you're on the later side, but when you play with a team that's beloved in a city like this, and your team that went to the conference finals, it was beloved. When you come back, there's nothing better.
No, I loved it, and it was a unique year. Derrick Rose being, you would think that everybody would love Derrick Rose and not like the rest of us, right? Because he's the guy. But the fans here were great. They loved from Luol Deng to Carlos Boozer, Derrick Rose, Kyle Korver. It was a great great experience my last 2 years in the NBA.
Let's check out the lineups for this game number 2. They're presented by PNC Bank. And the captain, Frank Nitty, Franklin Session with Dante Green. Last year, among the Big 3 leading scorers with over 20 per game. No Leandro Barbosa, not here today. But Jodie Meeks will take on a bigger role. Will McDonald, as Scal mentioned, the key in the middle for the Ball Hogs. And he's back for a 3rd season with the yellow and the green. All right, in between games 1 and 2, Brian Scalabrine, former Ball Hog, wearing a lot of hats in this one here today. Scal with Ice Cube.
All right, I'm here with Ice Cube, founder of the Big 3. So far, the league, man, it definitely, talent level has risen up.
Yeah, the competition, the talent, everybody's ready to play. Everybody knows what to expect. So it's just elevating every year.
Did you have this vision when you first started this whole thing?
Yes. You know, first we was hoping they would play hard. You know, when we first started, 2017, you guys came out and set a standard. And now we're just, you know, adhering to that standard. Everybody knows Big 3 is fast and physical, and you better be ready to play. You got to have all kind of skills, know where to hide, and that's what they're delivering on the court.
So you always get that game winner. Is there one part of the game that you like the most? Is it the last shot where the guy knocks down the game-winning shot?
Well, I actually like, you know, them just playing out the rules, all the rules, you know, the 1 point, you know, the one-shot free throws, you know, our 4-point circles. You know, just seeing the rules play out where even if you down by a lot, the way our rules are, you can come back. So games end up being closer than you expect.
All right, thanks, Cube. Happy Father's Day.
All right, happy Father's Day.
Send it back to you, Edge.
All right, Scal, and yes, happy Father's Day to everybody out there from the Big 3. All right, key rules in the Big 3. Target score is 50. Win by 2. No game clock and a 14-second shot clock. Free throws, you get 1 shot depending on where the foul occurred. Whether it was inside the arc, that's a 2-point shot for the foul line. If it's a 3-point shot, you get 1 shot from the 3-point line. And if a player is fouled shooting a 4-point shot, there'll be 1 shot for 4 from the 4-point circle. Away we go. Game 2. All right, Sky, you ready? Ball Hogs taking the floor against the Killer 3's here in the Windy City.
Here we go.
Killer 3's in gold, Ball Hogs in green. Meeks, Stacey Davis, Will McDonald. Against Powell, Session, and Green. This guy talked a lot about the Ball Hogs, but the Killer 3's under Charles Oakley, the core remains intact with Nitty, Dante Green, and of course the 2-time NBA champion and Josh Powell.
Yeah, I think Dante Green is like the guy that they really start to center around.
It didn't hit nothing.
Nitty plays off of him. Josh Powell plays off of him. Dante Green is tough, and he usually is their hard team to beat.
Dante Green last year, most improved player in the Big 3. Here he is, first touch, 3-pointer. Look at Nitty flying in. Powell cleaning it up, and the Killer 3's on the board.
Yeah, Nitty very active, got that defensive board, kept that offensive board alive.
Ball Hogs last year 3-5, missed the playoffs, but their best season in team history. Meeks, catch and shoot. Scout, what dimension did Meeks add to your ball club last year?
He's the elite shooter. You know, like if you have a guy like Barbosa getting downhill and he can get space, he can go off and hit 4 or 5 threes in a game.
Green never hit the rim. Meeks, floater, and the rebound to Franklin Session.
Yeah, one thing about Meeks, once he gets 1 or 2 that drop, he becomes, like, you know he can get hot.
Good D. Davis to steal. McDonald scores.
Davis, long, strong defender. I mean, this team is designed around Barbosa and Meeks. So today they got to figure out a way to sneak out a win.
How important is Will McDonald on a day like this?
Will McDonald, I think not just today, every day, because you need an inside presence. And when Will is good, when I had him that first year and he was coming off of his season playing in Japan, he was great. Last year, because I think the pandemic and everything like that, he didn't play in Japan. He dropped off. He looks like he's in great shape. He needs to have a good season for the Ball Hogs to really make some noise.
He's 6'11", good passer. Over the top here, Davis swatted by Nitty. Dante Green gliding in.
Yeah, Davis got to hold that seal. Meeks went over the top. And there's some over-the-top opportunities in the Big 3. But I'm telling you, Dante Green could be an MVP in this league. He's that good.
He was in the discussion last year as Davis nails it. And the Ball Hogs with the advantage. 5-4 in the early going. Think about Green, ISO Joe, fadeaway here, short. Jason Richardson figures to be in the mix again. Nice entry, McDonald.
And McDonald's got to finish all those. Just take his time. He's usually got a good size advantage.
Green too much. And Powell shoved, going out of bounds.
One thing about the Big Three, you start the game and you're like looking for your rhythm. It's not a full court game where you can just kind of flow into it.
Yeah.
Short clock all the time. So you got to like insert your game into the game. You can't just like let it come to you.
Meeks to a spot. Jodie Meeks short. McDonald's, good cleanup, leans in. Reverse lane's good without using glass.
And that's when he's at his best. When he puts that shoulder in guy's chest and he pins him down from blocking shots, he's going to be able to do finishes like that.
Big fella from New Orleans, Will McDonald. Session, the scoop, short tip, shallow.
Here it
And
is.
Meeks to the spot again. This time it's good.
It only takes one for Jodie Meeks. And Barbosa, I know you're listening right now. And he says the same thing. Jodie Meeks makes one shot. He can go off.
A hello to the Brazilian Blurs. Green misses. And fans around the world, it's great to be with you. Day 2 of the Big Three. Meeks. He's getting good looks. Ten to 4 Ball Hogs. Right now it's an 8-0 run. Session can end it.
Here you go. Take your time, big fella.
On cue.
There you go. Charles Oak with an early timeout.
Scal, 10 straight points for the Ball Hogs in game 2.
All right. Franklin Sessions with the...
Day 2 in Chicago, and you are looking live at the Pig Pen. Scal, NFT ownership has taken over the Big Three, and we're seeing some of the youngest Big Three fans and some of the most dedicated with ownership stakes now in their Big Three teams.
There's a guy that looks like Luigi from Super Mario. There he is right there. Look at a little bit to your left. Yeah. Is that was that a white mama jersey? It is. There you go.
You need to wear the mask before we're done.
There it is right there. There's the guy. Well, they like what they see.
You gotta love it. Great to be with you here on day 2 as Dominic Johnson missing the jumper for the killer threes. Jodie Meeks hit, almost got it to drop, and Meeks will get a 2-point shot.
There's no way I can't go with that robot. There's no way.
Oh, they're not doing the shooting foul. Interesting. All right.
Come on over here with me. There's no way I can't go with the robot.
So for the Ball Hogs, you have Davis, McDonald, and Meeks. Meeks on the cut off, leans in, second chance. 0 for 2. Powell never hit the rim, good awareness to finish.
Remember, this is a physical league. Like, you can't take shots and expect to get fouled and then end up not hitting the rim. It's an automatic 2 for the other team.
Davis, great versatility at 6'6", and now it's Meeks. Long 3, and a shot clock violation on the Ball Hogs. Charles Oakley back, leading the killer threes. Let's listen.
Let's go. Go get it. Go get it. Come on. Come on, let's go. Give it to him. You got it. Get it. Red. Come on, let's go.
I think he's going to like that last 3.
Yeah, no question. They needed that.
Get into him. Talk. Hey, stop.
Oh, great tip in by Will McDonald. Nice attack for Jodie Meeks.
Pick and roll. Get out. Go to the right. Get out, John. Get out. Go off.
Charles Oakley's team down 14-9.
There you go.
Likes this.
There you go.
And certainly likes that.
Yeah, he definitely
Let's get
likes.
some stop. Keep moving the ball.
Yeah, he likes
We
the
gotta
ball
move the
movement.
ball. Here we go.
Five to shoot. McDonald's, yes, and a foul.
That's where Will is at his best. Playing in the defense's space. Take a look on the catch. Does not mess around, gets right into Green's space, stuns Green. Green goes back, Will fades away. This is the reason why I liked him, and I took him again the following year. I'm glad Leandro Barbosa decided to take Will McDonald and make him a co-captain, because when he's good and motivated, that's the kind of play you'll get from him.
See, I think about his resume. He was the 5th pick in 2019, good choice. 4th pick in 2021, another good choice, and now he's a co-captain with this Ball Hogs team. Will McDonald's. Dante Green with the answer and the trifecta.
You don't want to give Dante Green any wide open shots. Like, it takes one for him. All of a sudden now he starts getting downhill, shooting that shot off the pull-up.
Dante Green now at 7. First three-pointer of the afternoon. McDonald at the block, ducks in. Ned was pulled, Davis there, blocked.
All right, I don't know what the call is right here. Jump ball? No?
I think the arrow says killer threes. Karan Iverson into the game for the Ball Hogs, number 23, along with Davis and Meeks. Killer threes with McDaniels, Johnson, and Green. Johnson doubles, Green waiting, open three, hits up every piece of the rim, but can't get it to go. Davis blocked by Green, and a tie-up again. This time the arrow will give it to the Ball Hogs.
Davis got to be a little bit more patient. Iverson came over, set that flare screen. Let it unfold, let him cut through. You have the mismatch, don't have to rush it.
Stacey Davis, 4th pick in the draft. This is coming our way. Good swipe, Scout.
Hope I didn't mess that ball up for them.
Oh, that's an assist.
Hey, my Ball Hogs are up 17-14 right now. And Green's getting hot. I gotta make sure. Now,
like
you know what? I want the Ball Hogs to win, of course, but I'm happy for Charles Oakley. He has a good team. Yep. Dante Green, he can play, one of the best players in this league, so.
1-point game as Green's kept them in it. Jodie Meeks attacks. The scoop on the run is good.
I love Jodie Meeks off the move. You know, getting those dribble handoffs. People are so afraid of his shot, and in 3-on-3, that little advantage puts pressure on the defense at the rim.
He made 15 threes last year. Jodie Meeks, second in the Big 3. Alley-oop! My goodness! Dante Green from Dominique Johnson.
Here it is, going over the top. Green just warming up.
The righty hammer from Dante Green. We've seen it before. Killer threes within one.
Yeah, on that last play, same play with Meeks coming off that dribble handoff. Got to his space, rose up, and the defense crashed into him. So now he'll get one shot from 3 for 3 points. These are big shots, by the way.
Huge. In rhythm. Davis tipped it. Iverson short. Davis again. Iverson. And now it's Meeks. Ton of chances on that trip. Like the moves of Johnson. Fall away is good. And the foul on Iverson.
That is where you're supposed to throw in his bag. He made 17 moves on this play. Take a look as he goes. One way, another way, the step back, the fade, the foul, and one. You know, it wouldn't be a bad challenge But it's a little bit early, but this wouldn't be a bad challenge going there. It could be a three-point play.
Rick Barry with the timeout. Let's go back to the Killer 3's huddle.
Keep playing. All you got to do is move the ball. Ball start moving, what happens? Ball start moving, you got to eat the bucket. Make them work.
Okay, pick him up, hold that shit.
When I'm talking, y'all been talking, y'all go back. He ain't got but 30 seconds. Keep, no, you all right. Keep moving the ball. He got it going. So, do your thing. Don't overdo it. Take your time, all right? Yes, sir. But y'all got to let him know. Play with him right now, all right?
Always good to hear from number 34 out of Virginia Union. Killer 3's up 2019.
Yeah, you're a Knick fan, right? So he's like a god to you.
He's one of the guys.
Yeah, he is one of the guys.
He's one of the guys.
Yeah.
Killer 3's down early by as many as 10. It's a one-point game right now. Scott, what are you seeing from the Killer 3's in terms of they've got the size with Green and Powell. There's no Barbosa on the other side for the Ball Hogs. How the Killer 3's tied to take advantage of some mismatches?
Yeah, so I think offensively they're getting Green going, but defensively they've been switching most of the action. When you switch, you got to go to Will McDonald if you're the Ball Hogs. That's the reason he's out there. He can punish every small guy out there. So when he comes back and you run some action and teams switch, you got to get the ball inside to Will McDonald.
Right now it's Davis out there with Iverson and Meeks. Steps before the shot on McDaniels.
All right, let's take a look. Getting to his left hand, McDaniels. 1, 2, 3, there it is.
Here's Meeks, skips it. Karan Iverson played at Rhode Island. To Davis, blocked but fouled by McDaniels, who climbed the ladder and got too much of the body.
Well, here's Iverson on the drive. Dangerous pass from Meeks. There's the dump off to Davis. They got him with the body.
So one shot for two. Stacey Davis played at Pepperdine. And the shot's good at 6'6". There's a toughness component to him, but a versatility with his size, but his playmaking.
Yeah, versatility is big in this league. So being able to guard bigs and smalls is a big deal.
Powell scores and the foul, and a great drive by Johnson.
Yeah, they got to figure out their pick and roll defense right now. Take a look. They don't know what they're doing. Part show, but not staying into coverage. Good job by Powell. Solid screen, hands ready, right in the middle of the lane as he goes up for the and one.
7 NBA seasons for Josh Powell. A couple of titles with the Lakers. You won yours with the Celtics.
I did.
He got his the next 2 years.
Yeah. I think he was a road. I think he played.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He played in the regular season.
No, I mean I think in the playoffs he got an opportunity to play.
He was one of the guys.
Yeah. I remember in that Orlando series, I think.
A couple of years with Dallas. Made his debut as a rookie when they went to the finals in 06. Here's Iverson turning the corner, and he scores against Powell.
Yeah, great body control by Iverson.
Got a good one in game 2. Ball Hogs 23, Killer 3's 22. Session back in. And Powell bumped by Davis. It's number 3 on the Ball Hogs. Again, first to 25 will get us to the break in the Big 3. McDaniels, air ball. Session the tap, but he was out of bounds.
Rick Barry electing not to go with Will McDonald. I think I'd put him in for at least one possession right here, just so you can get yourself to the half.
Ron Iverson, biggest guy on the floor for the Ball Hogs against Powell. Step back three, missed it off the dribble. You look at the overall size right now. By Big 3 standards, these are two fairly small lineups.
For sure.
Over the top, Powell will go to the line for a two-point shot.
And this, when you talked about the size, Ball Hogs don't have a lot of size out there. They switch to pick and roll. Meeks is in a bad way, and Powell doing work on the inside.
He was an assistant with the Rockets, go back 5-6 years. And Powell, you can see the touch. Led the Big 3 in field goal percentage a couple of years ago in 2018. He's been Mr. Steady for the Killer 3's the last few years. All right, to get us to the break, next basket will. Iverson lost the handle. Good D by Powell. Was it deflected? No, turnover by the Ball Hogs. I must say this might be because you got the red hair, you're the white mamba, whatever it is, but the color of the court really pops here in season 5. It's a good look.
Why are you putting that on me? That's not me.
I guess I could put it on myself as Powell hits it from the corner, and we've made the break. Killer 3's 26, the Ball Hogs 23 here in Game 2 in Chicago. Jodie Meeks taking aim in the early going. This is the highlight of the first half. Dante Green, emphatic. The three-point game with the break in the Windy City. Halftime of Game 2. This is the highlight. Look at Green to the rim on the feed from Johnson. Dante Green in super slow-mo. Boom! Killer 3's by 3 over the Ball Hogs. Get official Big 3 merch at store.big3.com for league and team apparel, including jerseys, hats, jackets. Get it all at store.big3.com. All right, time to take a look now at Big 3 Heat Vision, presented by Microsoft and Brian Scalabrine. Scal, take it away.
All right, take a look at this. Now, this is day 1 of the Big 3, and a lot of people talk to me about the Big 3 and say, well, what's the game like? Well, here you go. These are the three-point shots. Here's the percentages. For whatever reason, in the left corner, they shot a ton of them, 22. But a lot of people, they like the Big 3 because it's one-on-one. They like the paint scores. They like the attempts in the paint. Because a lot of people still play basketball that way. So now we switch it over, and look at this. 63 attempts in the paint. You see it right here, shooting close to 62% when they do that. So if you like this type of play where guys are battling, getting to the paint, this Big 3 Heat Vision by Microsoft does not tell the lie. The Big 3 is a paint game. Send it back to you, Ed.
All right, Scal, and you've lived it. You know, I mean, as a player, you see these metrics and you know where you have the most success. It can go such a long way to shot selection, matchups, everything else. These guys, Big 3, are lucky with the partnership with Microsoft as they take their game to a new level. All right, second half underway. Man, you're back in the booth. I mean, Scal making great time as Green rattles in a 3.
Killer 3's really just like turn the page here. They got to establish Will McDonald down low. The Ball Hogs do.
Meeks back in, along with McDonald and Davis. Deflected, Davis open in the corner for 3. Now it hit the rim, shot clock went off, and it was deflected out of bounds, and this should simply be a dead ball rebound to Jodie Meeks. Killer 3's with Powell, Session, and Green.
Three seconds. Too late.
No, wave it off.
One thing about Will McDonald, you got to get him the ball a lot earlier. You got to get into your action quicker. You saw the aliens and what they ran. You see how when they got to switch, that ball was moving quick. Ball Hogs need to take a page out of that book.
Davis holding his own against Green off the ball. Session missing from 2-point range. Jodie Meeks catching fire. And Powell brings it down. Green to the spot. Corner tray is good for Dante Green.
Yeah, Killer 3's really responded after Charles Oakley called that timeout, asked for more ball movement, asked for more defensive toughness.
And the Green now with 15, but the answer by Davis.
I like him.
Me too.
I didn't know a lot about him coming into this.
He never played in the NBA. He was a 4-year guy in Pepperdine.
He's got good length. He's like, the versatility is the name of the game when you talk about Stacey Davis.
He's been overseas for a while, last in Poland this year. Powell with the finish against Davis, and the Killer 3's starting to really take advantage of the mismatches down low.
Yeah, Ball just can't get a stop.
A 12-2 run.
Good
Meeks
shot
with the finish.
Yeah, but that's not the problem for the Ball Hogs. Just on this end of the floor, they got to figure out ways to get stops. But nice take by Jodie Meeks.
Jodie Meeks with that finish has 7. Session breaking him down. Nitty spins. Powell open. The jumper. And there's Meeks. Cleared. Drive. Circles. Swatted. McDonald with the follow.
Good job by Will following that shot. Soft hands with the putback. But it does start here on the defensive end for the Ball Hogs.
Pick and roll. Green, the drive, the runner. Session. Squeezes, no look. Powell, one dribble. Gets it to go. And yes, and one.
Yeah, good hustle by Nitty. Gets the loose ball, drive, 3-on-1 in the paint. Powell with the move, the finish, and the foul.
The little things that Frank Nitty does as Powell scores, it's a 3-point play. The style points high from Frank Session again.
Yeah, he gets it done. He was a tough cover last year, and he's a tough cover now. Dante Green, like I said, early season MVP candidate, knocks down the 3 in the corner, talks a little smack to the crowd.
Always great to get a terrific crowd in a city that's been so good to the Big 3 over the years. Chicago showing up on this Sunday, Father's Day. Killer 3's by 8 over the Ball Hogs. That going back with Brian Scalabrine. Hey, Scal, great to have our worldwide audience on DAZN, Vire, and YouTube TV for day 2 of season 5 of the Big 3.
And it has not been disappointing at all. Like, these guys are playing at a much higher level than over the years past, in the talent pool. That's what happens.
Ball Hogs going to work. Jodie Meeks from McDonald's. Jodie Meeks has 7 points. Getting some good looks. Session leans in, missed. And out of bounds. Will stay with the Killer 3's.
Yeah, you're down by 8 if you're the Ball Hogs. You have to play almost perfectly now to get back into this thing. You get an open shot, you got to stick it.
Meeks on the entry to McDonald's. And a turnover by the big fella. Dominic Johnson in for the Killer 3's for Josh Powell. So they can go a little smaller now, given that McDonald's the tallest guy out there for the Ball Hogs. Franklin Session, teammate of Damian Lillard back at Weber State. Hook shot, no. Rebound, another chance. Gets this one to go.
You got any background on the Nitty? What is Nitty? I mean, I got all your notes in front of you right here. What does that mean? Where does that come from?
The actual Nitty, you know, it's stuck from day 1 in the Big 3. Scout, we have homework to do now.
We got to figure this out.
Three-pointer's good. Dominique Johnson with the triple. But Franklin Session took the Big 3 by storm 3 years ago. Time out here from Rick Barry. 42-29, killer threes with the advantage. It's a guy who led the league in steals last year, getting it done inside.
Yeah, you know what? He's so active. His handle is on a string. And when he gets downhill, he makes the right decision at the rim. When you have that in the Big 3, you're a tough player.
He said this once. He said, I've got $1 million move with a penny finish. Nitty has a way with words.
That's what he said?
That's what he said.
I wouldn't call it a penny finish.
Okay, you got it.
But he does have $1 million move.
He does.
I agree with that.
Okay, all right.
Ball Hogs by, or rather, Killer Threes by 13 here in Chicago. You can follow Big 3 basketball all across social media on Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, TikTok, and YouTube. And there are the ways to do it. Scal, we mentioned this a couple of times here on opening weekend, but season 5 of the Big 3, that's a nice number, and it speaks to what Ice Cube, Jeff Quadnitz, the entire team has done in getting it to this point. 5 seasons, year number 6, but 5 years for the Big 3.
Yeah, and I think agents and players playing overseas are like, this is the real deal. You come out here in the summer, you could develop your game, you have a chance to play in front of people, and you can compete against some guys that you've seen on TV before.
Steps here on Davis. You were around for the beginning in 2017, but there'd be those moments, you know, the last few years, a guy who's new to the Big 3, you get that first game or two under your belt, and you realize, I better stay in shape. This is really the real deal.
And I think the biggest thing is, and I think a lot of people say this, and Ice Cube just said this during the interview, there's no hiding out here.
Right.
And I think that's what I realized when I was out there playing. Like, you have to guard. You have to guard the perimeter. Big men can put the ball on the floor, and they can shake, and they can shoot. As you can see right here, guys are big and strong, and they're posting up. Here's Dante Green turned away, getting hit on the shot. Then you get switched out onto a Franklin Sessions, who I've never even heard of except for on the Drew League, and all of a sudden now I can't keep this guy in front of me. So you realize there's a lot of players out there as we get into the bring the fire.
Rick Barry's going to do it. Iverson committing the foul. Green for the Killer Threes. Evan Meeks saying, hey, you've got to get back. All right, bring the fire challenge on a shooting foul. 2 players going one-on-one. If Green scores or is fouled, it's 2 points. If Iverson gets to stop, no points, and you take the foul back.
And you get the ball.
And you get the ball. Dante Green going to work, bringing the fire, spinning, stiff arm, shot, good, but wave it off. Steps on Green.
Steps, offensive foul, you name it, you can flip a coin on this one. Iverson does a good job. Watch him using his length, getting away from the defense. There's the push off, there's the travel. Actually, you probably could have let the travel go and called the offensive foul. There it is right here. I'm glad I was never in a bring the fire moment.
Ooh, that was a fine drill. Here's Meeks for 3. And Meeks makes a couple more. This is a different game.
Oh, that's a move right there.
Johnson lines it up and hits.
There's Franklin Sessions with his $1 million move.
The penny finish.
Oh, he kicked it out. It's smart.
Iverson to the rim. Davis snatches and scores.
Davis is going to be a good addition to the Ball Hogs.
Again, no Leandro Barbosa.
Yeah, they need their captain here. They definitely do.
Dominique Johnson breaks a point game for the Killer Threes. Meeks, they let him go to the rim, scores. But now the Killer Threes can win it here. Session against Meeks. Frank Nitty probing. Nitty, crossover the drive. Missed it, but he's fouled.
There's your $1 million move again. Man, this is sick right here. Take a look at this crossover and the explosiveness. There it is right there. Gets cut underneath, shooting a free throw for the win.
Killer threes. Trying to win it in week 1. Session for the win. Got it. Frank Nitty and the Killer threes winning in game 2 over the Ball Hogs.
There you have it, shot count.
Session with 4 points to close, but the game-winning bucket. And the Killer threes taking advantage of a day without Leandro Barbosa and winning it 50-33 over the Ball Hogs here in the Windy City. Killer threes getting it from a number of players on this Father's Day. Dominic Johnson, Josh Powell, Dante Green, to name a few. Powell got things started. Really effective inside. And spotting up as well. But this the highlight. Dante Green on the feed from Johnson with the big throwdown. Last year, 20-point score, showing why in this week 1 in Chicago. So the Killer threes 0-2 last year to start. Win here on opening weekend. To Scow with Dante Green.
All right, Dante, you guys started out a little slow. Charles Oakley calls a timeout. What was said in the huddle for you guys to turn this thing around?
You know, it's first game of the season. Everybody has a little bit of jitters. I miss shots I normally make. You know, Frank missed a couple layups. We all weren't playing ourselves. So, you know, Oak told us just to settle down and play our basketball, man. Killer threes, we're a grit and grind team. And, you know, we ended up pulling out the win.
And what are your expectations? You really came on strong towards the end of the year, one of the best players in the league. What are your expectations this year for your team and for yourself?
I just want to win. You know, we started off rocky last year. I think we lost like our first 3 games or something like that. So kind of put ourselves behind the 8 ball a little bit. But we finished strong. Should have made the playoffs. Didn't. But this year, you know, it's all on us. No excuses. We still have our core together. We got 2 great pickups in Dominique Johnson and KJ McDaniels. So, you know, we're looking to go out there and really put our mark on this league.
This your son right here?
Yeah,
what's it like? What's it like seeing Dad play on Father's Day?
It's really good, and I told him to get 2 dunks, but
you only got 1.
Yeah.
But that one was like 4 dunks, and you watch on the highlights.
Yeah, it is.
All right. Well, happy Father's Day.
I appreciate it. Thanks.
See you. All right.
Nothing better. Happy Father's Day, Dante Green. And hey, he didn't give his son 2, but he gave him this. And the Killer threes get a W in week 1 in Chicago.